talent. I'm going to be your guide for today, introducing you to animals you can find in rainforests all around the world. Now today, apart from our regular presentation, you're also going to see a handful of training sessions so that you can observe how we prepare the animals for shows like this. Before we start, however, just a few important reminders. Throughout this presentation, please keep your mask on at all times unless you are drinking. And when the show is over, please stay in your seats as well. Our operations staff are here on standby. They will guide you out of the amphitheater on a row-by-row basis. Okay? Now, the rainforest is a world home to a fascinating array of creatures, gigantic trees, colorful birds, and also mysterious reptiles. Why then does the rainforest need to fight back? Well, unfortunately, it's one of the most endangered habitats on Earth, and it is home to more than 50% of the world's plant and animal species. Now, without further ado, we're going to travel to South America, home not just to the turkey vulture I met earlier, but also to the brown-nosed monkey. Now, look at the eyes right behind me. You should be up there. Monkey. Our brown-nosed monkey. And this guy's closely related to the raccoon family. So you may see a slight family resemblance. Floating bunnies have long, sharp claws that make them excellent climbers, and you'll also notice Nike using his tail, swishing that from left to right, and the movement is how he maintains his balance. Joining Nike on stage will be his two brothers. We've got Sumo, and we should be having Patches joining him very shortly. And I pitted a little bit of food for them earlier on, so right now their task is to use their keen sense of smell to sniff out for where the food is hidden and use their long, sharp claws to help them open the logs to get to the food inside. Floating bunnies are omnivores, so they consume fruit, insects, and they like small animals like rodents and also the occasional birds. Okay, we got someone who's a little bit late to the party. That's okay, better late than never, right, Patches? Now watch as they use their snout. They have this very long, flexible snout that ends in a little pig-like nose, and the sense of smell is the number one sense that they use when they are looking for their food. Their snout is actually so flexible it can bend in many directions, similar to an elephant's trunk, and as you can see, very useful as well for poking into small crevices. Okay, so it looks like Patches has got everything, yeah, double checking, and he's just about ready to make, excuse me, that's not part of the show, by the way. Yeah. You know, when you've got a really good sense of smell, all the smells around here can be a little bit distracting. But okay, there you go, heading back already. Now from South America, we're going to head to a small, beautiful island called Madagascar, where you can find a primitive form of primate that is called a prosimian. This guy is going to be very familiar to all of you. He's one of the stars of the movie Madagascar, and you probably know him for himself because something like this.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
And it's not me doing it, it's Vivi, our ringtone leader. Now this is one of the training sessions I mentioned to you earlier, and I'm actually involved in this one, so pardon me. So what I'm doing right now is using this clicker to call Vivi a little bit closer. He's going to be coming closer to you guys today. Alright, so far so good. Now the lemurs are trained to follow this sound, and when they do follow it, they'll get a little bit of food, so it's a positive experience for them, might be. Okay, now, let's talk about a couple of the tools that we use when training animals. Now, one of the common tools is this, the target. Baby is trained to touch his nose to the target. When he does, he'll get a little bit of food, just like that, very simple. So, of course, we can't communicate with animals in a simple way, so what we do is to communicate with them as best as we can. So for example, if I wanted Baby to come over here, here ahead of me, I use the target. If, say for example, I want the Baby to go over to that railing and do a jump for us today, like that, right here, good God. Now the target is one of the earlier tools that we use when it comes to training, and later when we move on a little bit, we will remove the target so we can move on to hand signals, which of course is not always as clear. And one more this way, there you go, just like that. Now joining us up on stage, we also have SB and Hazik. Hazik is going to show you how he makes use of the target to get SB to move from point to point. And we might be able to see a little bit of jumping as well. There you go. Now notice, okay, check this out. When Baby jumps, he always lands with his feet first. Okay, one more time. There you go. And that's because